Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard, Black in the Philippines with the Truth. I'm going to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, all my let me check this dude out, all my scallywag, peaches, triggers, haters, lovers, all of you. Each and every one of you are important to me and commenters to my channel. Well, today is kind of like just getting out day, and I have someone I want you to meet here. Tell everybody your name.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
Okay, hey, Stephanie, sit here for 1 second, Stephanie. Sit down. This is Stephanie. Stephanie, are you married?
No, I'm single.
You're single?
Yeah.
Are you looking for a boyfriend?
No.
Why? Why?
I'm too young, sir.
How old are you?
18.
Oh, she's 18. Yeah, that is young. That is young. If you were looking for a man, what would you want him to be?
I want the man is kind, loyal.
Okay.
Also loving.
Also loving?
Yeah.
What do you know about love? You're only 18 years old.
Yeah, maybe when I was 25, maybe I know how to explain myself.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Have you never been to the United States?
No, not yet.
Okay, so what do you know about the United States? If you were to go to the United States, what is it that you would want to see?
Maybe the views of the place and.
Well, the United States is a big place. I mean, the view of New York is different than the view in Alabama. Okay. I mean, what do you know about the United States? About the people there?
No.
You don't know anything about the people there?
No.
Do you watch any American TV shows?
No.
No? Oh, so you don't know much about what's going on there? All you know that it's a country that you want to visit.
Yes.
Or any other countries you want to visit? Okay, you don't think about now?
No.
Okay, okay. So how about tell everybody where we're at right now?
Hi guys, we're in the French bakery at Balilad Baco.
Okay, yes. And what's the name of this place?
Balilad Baco.
What?
Balilad Baco.
Balida Baco?
Balilad.
Balilad.
Ba. Ni.
Lad. Balilad. Whenever they're teaching me to be saying, I have to look at the lips. I have to look. Balilad. Look, she's still laughing at me. Well, let me hear you say, Peter Piper picked the peck of peppers. How many peppers Peter Piper picked? The Peter Piper picked the peck of peppers. Where the peppers Peter Piper picked? Say it. Okay. Do you have a Facebook?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of your Facebook channel?
Stephanie Gomez.
What?
Stephanie Gomez.
Okay, spell it, Stephanie. Loud.
StephaniBowicosa.
Okay, so if somebody wants to reach out to you, they can?
Okay.
Okay, Stephanie, thank you very much. Bye-bye. That was Stephanie. She's one of the girls who work here. Actually, we are in the front of Octagon. Octagon is a bar in the back where they also have a number of things. I think I kind of went back there and show you what is in the back there. They have bocce. Bocce is a game that's played on the ground where you roll a ball and you try to get close to another ball. So bocce's back there. They also have where they have live bands and live music also back there too as well. Okay, so I just want to take this time out, to just. Oh wait, I want to tell you a story. Let me tell you this story. No, I'll wait till I get home because I don't want any interference with the sound and all that stuff, and I want you to hear it. This is a story that I just heard about, and I thought maybe I'd pass it on to you. It would never happen to me. No. but to some of you, it might. Look at this. Can you see that under the chair there? I don't know if you can. Oh no, I guess you can now. Wait, hold on, wait. There it is, look at a little chihuahua. Wow, talk about small. Look at it. He's all dressed up and no one to blow. Okay, so I'll be right back. I just want to give you a little shout out to you. Pause the beginning and start this video here. All right, so remember, you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. If you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of Temptation, once sung, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. Okay? I'll always love you more. I love you like a love song, baby. And she appeared voluntarily. All right? I'll talk to you later. Peace. There she is. Wow. Okay, greetings, everyone. Welcome back. Excuse my dress or lack of. It's rather hot this morning. We have visitors. Me, his family has come from another part of the Philippines. I can't tell you what it is because I don't remember those names. With different areas of the Philippines, but they've come to visit. In fact, they come to service the vehicle. He's bought in the truck, and it was time to do its service. So they came. They spend the night. Later on, spend the night at her father's house, and on Saturday we're supposed to go to some brunch, all you can eat, which is it's exciting. It's good. Appreciate it. It's on them, so I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to bringing you something else that what transpires here in the Philippines. Now, the story I wanted to tell you about, it's an all too common story. The way it ended, maybe not how it began, but the way it ended. And I'm going to tell you as it was told to me by one of the parties who was close to this individual who I'm about ready to talk about. Close meaning that, he was traveling on a plane coming to the Philippines, and he had met a German guy who was also traveling to the Philippines too. And of course, they're sharing each other's, anticipation of coming to the Philippines and fulfilling their, their conquest here in the Philippines. And the brother who was talking to him told him, he says, be careful, just, be careful, apparently he was a lot more knowledgeable of the Philippines, but once someone has made that plunge, to travel, it's a closed mind. It's how do you call it? Short-sighted, to hear anything to deter them from their mission. But anyway, he had told him that he was leaving his home in Germany, and how he was married and had 2 kids, and him and his wife did not get along. In fact, they hated each other. So what he did was that he sold the family home without her knowing it. Took all their savings without her knowing it. And in essence, went from living a very comfortable life in Germany into ending up on welfare, homeless. Like this, he was that ruthless to do that to his wife and children. So he come here to the Philippines to meet someone who he's been chatting with and looking forward to starting his new life here in the Philippines with his wealth, because he had a lot of money. So he came and met his queen, and she's integrating him into the Philippines and like this and what have you. And she has ultimately, she talks him into buying a new car. So he buys a new car, and she hires a driver. I know a lot of you know where I'm going with this already. So he hires a driver. She recommended a driver, and now this driver is taking him everywhere. This driver is actually part of the family now, because He stays there. He's like the guy Friday. He does whatever they need, whatever they need to go get. She drives. He drives them to go do what they got to do, and etc. So what he has to do, or what he decided to do, was marry her and put all the money that he had bamboozled from his family in Germany into her name, and they marry. Because he did not want her, his wife in Germany, to be able to find him, or be able to try to stake some claim to all the money that he had. So he could not keep it in his name. In fact, the guy who was driving for them even signed as a witness, to the wedding. So it wasn't long after they had wed that she flipped the tables on him and uh, acknowledged that the driver was actually her boyfriend, and that they had been bamboozling him the whole time. And what she did was that she took all the money. She took all the money from him, the same way he took from his family in Germany. And not only that, now he's virtually homeless here in the Philippines. The guy who told me the story said, while he was sitting with him, he wanted him to give him 1,000 pesos, which is $20. And because of what he did, he couldn't find it in his heart to even help him. He said no. He says no. He says I don't have it. I don't have it to give. And it's not rare. It is rare, but not uncommon for you to find foreigners who are begging, for money, just like you might find a Filipino, who's asking you for change. That every now and then you'll come across a foreigner who's asking for help because they're here and they have no means to get home, or that they wanted to get home, but don't have the means to support themselves. And so let this be a cautionary tale, of, I guess some people might call it karma. What goes around comes around, and the same thing, what he did happened to him. And so, life goes on like that. Well, what's happening with me today is that, I'm still juggling, my money. I'm still a couple of weeks away, and I'm very tight. I'm very tight on what I have to make it last at the end of the month. I'm to say I'm budgeting is not the word from. I'm scrimping, making every peso's holler, but still at the same time being cavalier enough to help somebody else out, because I can, So anyway, so me and I, she's still sick. We're going doing a few things. She hasn't been feeling well. This is why her family's been coming around, helping her, which is good. Her son and I, have you ever heard about the book called The Summer of 42? I recommend that book called The Summer of 42 because, in essence, that's kind of where reminds me of what I'm doing here right now. It's a story about a young man in his teens who goes on a summer vacation with his parents, and they're on a beach house or whatever. And across the way, there's a woman who lives there, and she's a older woman, and he falls deeply infatuated with this woman. I mean, he is hot to trot for this woman. And to make a long story short, ultimately they ended up having an affair, and she ends up I guess you could say molesting or having an affair with this young boy. And so that's what the story is about. Here, I am witnessing that with my oldest, Raphael, and my housekeeper. You know, um, I have no problems, and I talked to him. I said, I understand what you're going through. You're a young man, and you are experiencing things probably with your body, or experiencing things, with your feelings, your emotions, that it's easy for you to become infatuated with the housekeeper. And I had to explain to him that but you can't become infatuated to the point where it's that you are interfering with her in her work, and I had to tell him, look, if this keeps up, I have no problems in firing her, just to get her, you know, you know, away from you, because I don't want anything happen to you, I mean, there'll come a time and place for everything, and I was talking to someone yesterday, and he said that he didn't get interested in girls till he was about 16 or something like that. I said, yeah, but you're living in a different time now. You're living in time with the internet. You're entering time. When I first came into life, we used to watch movies. Whenever a sex scene or something like this came on, they both would put their hand over their eyes like this, and as if not to see it. But we well beyond that. Now they both have their own, devices, whereas that they're free to see and look at whatever it is they want. And often the time, I believe that children grow up a lot faster these days, than they did back then, because it wasn't in their face as it is now. Everything you watch on TV, movie, cartoon, or whatever, once upon a time it used to be violence that we are worried about, grand theft auto, things of that nature, whereas that it perpetuated the violent propensity in people, whether you have a propensity to be violent, it ignited that. And often the times, everything that was wrong in our culture were blamed on video games, because, it used to be a time when I was coming up, we played Cowboys and Indians, we go, bang, you're dead. And you was, oh, okay, you got me, here like that, or it wasn't, but we have morphed into the society, whereas that it's not just good enough to say, bang, you're dead. We have to, go boom and see the bullet come out of the gun and enter the body, and disbursement of blood and brain tissue and brain matter all over the place, and actually see, see the destruction of what someone being shot, or uh, um, uh, can do, and this has led us to be, a lot more insensitive, hey, to how we feel about life, how we feel about each other. I mean, I sometimes, I look at the Netflix um, selections or whatever, and everything is violence, violence. Hey, and it's just not enough, or maybe I don't look hard enough, and even on my YouTube, when the algorithm just gives me such, hey, such things to look at, like, damn, why are they sending me this, you know, but and there's nothing you can do. You're virtually, helpless when it comes to, what is on the internet, or what someone's able to look at. You can go to deep, deep, deep web and see snuff porn, things of violent things, and I'm no different than anybody else. I like watching, uh, serial killers. I like watching, Crime and Punishment. I like watching real life stuff. And it's unfortunate. So I'm straying away from, what the topic was talking about, is that, kids today grow up a lot faster. You know, kids are exposed to a lot of things a lot earlier, you know, than what they should. And there's virtually nothing you can do about it, other than, you know, just try to keep the on the straight and narrow. Now, just like the girl who I interviewed in the beginning, and it touched me, because I said, well, what do you know about the United States? And she says, nothing. I said, well, do you watch any American television? She says, no. And it's like, oh, she is so rare. She is so pure. She is so innocent. My God, I mean, just knowing that she has not been tarnished by the ways of the Western world. Because this is sometimes the thing that what other countries don't like about the West is because the West has no problem, wanting to corrupt um, or corrupt or you know you know put out much horrible situations of America or some of the ugliness in America and fear that it could catch on in their country. Like a lot of countries don't have mass shootings, but recently there has been. I think in France somewhere. And so this behavior is very common here in the United States. In fact, we've gotten numb to it. You're like, oh, another mass shooting. Oh well, what color was the shooter? You know what I'm saying? What was his political stand? The hell with that. It's unfortunate that it is like that. And I can't help but watch the news because it's there. I try not to watch it, but it's like a soap opera. I mean, my country's politics is like a soap opera now. It's like, who shot John? It's like, I'm going to be alive just to see what happens in the 2024 election. God, just keep me alive till after the 24 election. So this way I can see what happens. So my goals now have changed. So that's what it's like. And it gets crazier and crazier. So anyway, I just want to put this little piece in here and tell you that story. And you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans of winning. Action never disrespect. The elder always pull something out. And sometimes you will be the only one to see your vision, child. Let me tell you. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation, once sung, treat her like a lady. And if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. Okay, I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Love you like a love song, baby.